Now that we have completed all of the stitching around the soft part of our project, it's time to cement the top assembly to the bottom. And we'll do this by applying contact cement to the area up that you see me doing it right now, up near the front. And then along the edge, as you can see here, along the edge on the other side, making sure that we get up all the way to the edge. Come down to about 2 inches from the end. Now we will also apply cement to the bottom side of the top assembly. Doing the edges and the ends. Not necessary to put any cement up in the area where the soft leather is. And after we have this liberally coated with cement, we'll set it aside to dry until it gets tacky. And now we will very carefully match the top with the bottom and then press down firmly. Now we will do the same thing to the other side. Now we will take our stitch groover and scribe a groove an 1/8 of an inch in from the edge all the way around, and then we will be stitching all of these parts together. Due to the thickness of the leather at this point in our project, we will need to use the overstitch wheel to mark for the stitches, and then use the stitching awl to punch the holes for stitching these parts together. And now we will stitch all the way around the outer edge. Next, we will prepare the strap end here to fasten a D-ring, as you can see. And the first thing I'll do is put a mark here where we will make a hole for our rivet. So we'll have a mark there and another mark right here. Now we can punch those holes. This hole will go all the way through. And this hole now next we will take a shears or a knife and cut this off, and I will also clip the corners. Next, we will edge bevel all the way around the piece, and we'll do it top and bottom. Next, I will use some fine sandpaper to sand completely around the edge to eliminate any glue and to make the edges more even. And after the fine sandpaper, I'll take some even finer sandpaper, some 400 or 600 grit wet dry paper, and we'll smooth it down even more. Next, we will dampen the edge with either water or gum tragacanth. And then, with our slicker, we'll slick down the edge. Now, I'm using the largest groove at this time. However, since this is rather thick, you might even want to go back and, with the narrow end, slick even more. We'll also punch a hole large enough for a screw where we will screw these fast to the swells right on the tree. And now we will coat the edges all the way around with our professional edge dressing. And now we will attach our D-ring using a copper rivet. And now it's time to put the padding into the parts of the and stuff as much in there as you can. And you don't have to be concerned about the opening, because when they're in use on the saddle, they'll be tied down, so there's no danger of the filling coming out. And the final step is to put a slit in the end of a 5/8 inch latigo strip, pull it up on the 1D, as you can see, come to the other D, and come back as many times as necessary to fit your saddle. And tie it into a overhand knot and pull it up tight. And our bucking rolls are all ready to attach to the saddle.